Musk now has commented on the Barbie movie, and everybody's upset about it. Everybody's mad about it. Everybody's mad about Elon Musk making a boomer joke about the Barbie movie. Look, the Barbie movie, to me, is cringe. It is the laziest form of girl power imaginable. And it's also going to make almost $1 billion. This is just two things can be true. The movie is not good, and it would still make a ton of money. I mean, look at Marvel movies. Look at the Fast and the Furious movies. Sorry, Fast and Furious fans. I know they're just dumb fun, but they're not exactly going down in cinematic history. And there's a dozen of them, and they all crush at the box office. Just because people see something doesn't make it good. I think Endgame wasn't even that great of a movie. Certainly, very few moments from Endgame that I remember now. And I can go back and look at, I don't know, dozens of movies from the past that I thought were good. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Tombstone, heck, even Step Brothers. Things like that where I can remember dozens and dozens of scenes from the movie. I can hardly remember anything from Endgame. It's just, it's whatever. It's a whatever movie. It's a popcorn movie. Same with Barbie. It's cringe, lazy girl power, but that's what it is. Elon Musk joined the backlash against Barbie, going after the blockbuster's depiction of the patriarchy. In the film, it's the biggest film of the year and has stormed the box office with a record $155 million debut. It is not the biggest film of the year. There's at least 3 films that were bigger already. What are they talking about? Top Gun Maverick, Spider-Man, Super Mario. Not Spider-Man, Super Mario. These were in the $1 billion club, weren't they? There's no guarantee that Barbie will make $1 billion either. The reason Barbie made as much money as it did was maybe one of the best advertising campaigns in the modern era. Period. That you cannot deny, whether or not you hate the movie. Layered on top of something literally everybody who was born from the 60s to the 90s remember fondly, or at least have some sort of like member berries about it. That's why it's that big. That's the same reason the Super Mario movie made $1 billion. The Super Mario movie, sorry, not that great. Can you remember 3 great memorable scenes? Most people can't. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I'm just saying you have a super huge mega IP, huge marketing budget. All you have to do is not screw it up. All you have to do is have it not be absolutely terrible. I think that you have lots of great films throughout time. The Super Mario movie and Endgame will not be one of those films people rewatch 10 years from now. Just won't do it. Won't have. Maybe Super Mario with their kids. Maybe. Nobody's rewatching Barbie in 20 years. Nobody's rewatching any of the Marvel movies. Nobody's rewatching any of this dreck. That doesn't mean people won't pay to see it. There's been a wave of criticism, particularly from conservative figures, and what some describe as the film's anti-man agenda. By the way, I saw Piers Morgan used a clip of mine in his opener. That was cool. But then he went on to say that conservatives were calling for a boycott. I'm not sure who's calling for a boycott. I keep seeing these headlines about conservatives calling for a boycott. I have not seen any conservatives calling for a boycott of the movie. I see conservatives dunking on the movie, making fun of the movie, capitalizing on a cultural moment where lots of interest exists. I never said boycott it. Did Ben Shapiro say boycott it? Did Tim Pool say boycott it? I don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just didn't see it, but I certainly did not. You want to talk about boycotts? I mean, I saw plenty of talk for boycott around Bud Light, things like that. I didn't see anybody saying boycott it. Billionaire Tesla owner Musk, who is known for being outspoken and often aligns himself with conservative viewpoints, has hinted that he wasn't a fan of the message of the film, which was created by director Greta Gerwig. Take a shot every time Barbie says the word patriarchy. You will pass out before the movie ends. Musk said on Twitter in response to a meme. I bet you he hasn't even seen the movie, almost certainly. I highly doubt Elon Musk took 2.5 hours out of his day to watch the Barbie movie. Musk has declared himself a free speech absolutist. Well, in a different video, I've pointed out how hilariously wrong that is. He absolutely isn't a free speech absolutist. Just listen to him tell a story about how he lost a young child and the child passed away in his arms due to free speech, apparently. That's why he won't let Alex Jones back on the platform. Or Gavin, or Milo, or, I mean, the list goes on and on. He's not alone in taking issue with the girl power message on how the film portrays male and female relationships. Conservative commentator Lauren Chen has shared a barrage of content slamming what she calls the film's insidious man-hating message. The Blaze TV host also accused of hiding how insufferably woke the film would be in promotional material. Wait, is she for Blaze or is she for TPUSA? That girl changes jobs more than anyone I know. I thought I saw a TPUSA association on her Twitter. I like Lauren. That's not a shot at her. The wife of Representative Matt Gaetz also called for a boycott of the movie over its disappointing feminine empowerment and lack of faith in family. Why were you dressed in pink promoting the movie then? I don't understand that. Of course, we know Ben Shapiro. She also slammed actor Ryan Gosling's beta energy, despite the actor being widely lauded for his performance. She tweeted, thinking about the Barbie movie, I'd recommend sticking to getting an outfit, inspiration, and skipping the theater. Here's why. The Barbie I grew up with was a representation of limitless possibilities, embracing diverse careers and feminine empowerment. The 2023 movie unfortunately neglects to address any notion of faith or family. Was there religion in Barbie? I don't think so. Was there a church Barbie, a pastor Barbie, a nun Barbie? What? And tries to normalize the idea that men and women can't collaborate positively. That I agree. The movie did do that. Mrs. Gaetz also did praise Margot Robbie's performance as Barbie and the film's stunning costume design and amazing soundtrack. While most merely criticized the film's themes, conservative commentator Ben Shapiro made his hatred of it particularly clear. He shared a viral YouTube video. Ben Shapiro destroys the movie for 43 minutes, which garnered over 1 million views. Look, not a lot of people talking about the trans biological male doctor in the film. Not a lot of people talking about, some of the more insidious stuff in the film. But again, this film is just a bad movie. It does the same thing every Hollywood film does when they're trying to empower women, and that is to drag down men. That's the way that it works in Hollywood. Women are both subjugated by, and they cannot overcome, the patriarchy or men in general, but they also are strong, independent women who don't need no men. They don't know how to just make a woman good on her own. They've done it before. Characters like Ripley, Sarah Connor, even Galadriel in the first Lord of the Rings movies, right? These were strong female characters who knew who were strong on their own right, by their own rights, right? But Hollywood doesn't know how to do that. Hollywood only knows how to make women better than men by making men stupid and bigots. And I mean, let me use an example, even of like the men in these cartoons. Okay, let's talk about like The Simpsons, Family Guy, American Dad. All right? All three, just think about this. Have you ever thought about this? All three of these men put a roof over the head of their wife and children. None of their wives works. Marge doesn't work. Lois Griffin doesn't work. Francine Smith doesn't work. Yet the men go to work every day, provide for their family and 2 to 3 kids, and they're all portrayed as buffoons. Homer Simpson portrayed as one of the dumbest men on the planet. Al Bundy portrayed as a buffoon. All men put a roof over their families' homes, took care of their kids. Homer did what he could to get Lisa her saxophone, all this stuff, right? But they're portrayed as idiots constantly. King of Queens, Doug Heffernan, total idiot all the time, right? His wife, who is my longtime crush, Leah Remini's character, portrayed as smarter than him in every conceivable way. This is not, this is not a new thing. It's every dad in TV, basically ever, maybe not Bill Cosby, but dads in Hollywood television shows have always been portrayed, by and large, as buffoons, slow, dim-witted, not up with the times. Meanwhile, they get up and go to work every day, put a roof over their family's head, and provide, protect their families. This is how writers, I'm not saying that men can't be the kind of on the receiving end of the jokes, right? Even if you go back and you look at Married with Children, I mean, Kelly Bundy is a complete dimwit. They would never portray women like that in modern times. Ever, 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 ever. Now, Kelly Bundy was the most popular character on that show, and as she got older, they wrote her a little less buffoony. But I mean, this is just modern. This is how women write men. The women aren't strong on their own. It's that they're put next to somebody who is such a complete idiot that they appear to be superior. I don't know why it's so hard, but it is, apparently. Or the writers just want it that way. I mean, to me, the Barbie movie is dumb. Mentioning the patriarchy is dumb. Blaming men for keeping you down is dumb. But the movie never hid that. The movie was always going to be woke trash. It's not even woke, to be honest with you. It's just dumb girl power, lazy girl power. It's not even woke, to be honest with you. It's like entry level. I took Feminism 101 in college. Like an 8th grader wrote this. I wouldn't even call this film woke. It's just bad. And that's the long and short of it. It's just a bad movie. But that doesn't mean people won't pay to see it.